Hey everybody! Welcome to part 2 of my Sasuke drawing and coloring. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, definitely check it out beforehand because also some of my audio commentary will base on what I told you yesterday, so the link is in the info box down below. And for this video, my main topic will be the story of Naruto as it is at the moment. I have just taken a look at where the anime is so that I don't spoiler anyone, and yeah, but first let's talk a little bit about the coloring. I cut out repetitive patterns and the coloring of large areas because both are pretty boring to watch. Like for repetitive stuff, I cut out coloring his hair for the second, third, and fourth time, and also huge areas are really boring to watch. So yeah, there's not really a lot I can tell you to the coloring style because it's pretty rudimentary and basic, as most mass-produced animes are. So yeah, let's jump straight to the most important question, I guess, about this drawing. Do I really think that Sasuke will become Hokage? That's a pretty good question, and to be completely honest, this picture was not created because I was this huge fangirl and I was like, Sasuke has to become Hokage, I love him so much, this was not the idea for this video. I like Sasuke a lot as a character, but I somehow based this idea off of the story at the moment because beforehand, if you had asked me, I would have said that Naruto would become Hokage, otherwise he wouldn't be the main character. But as the story is right now, I somehow predict that either the position of the Hokage will be dismissed completely, so that no one is Hokage anymore. But this would not fit this Naruto concept because this Naruto concept is based a lot on this, I don't know, is this a Japanese way of thinking? Like this teacher and student relationship? Like it's always teacher and student, and so it would be kind of completely off for the series to not have a leader of the village and for everyone just basically do what they want to do. So this would not make a lot of sense to me. So I think it will either be this or the second idea of mine that Naruto and Sasuke will both become Hokage. That's what I currently think, based on the story at the moment, based on these arguments between the two families. I think that Sasuke and Naruto will either start fighting for this position, or they will say this right from the start, that they both want to have this position and they're fine to share the responsibility and everything. So yeah, I somehow think this will happen. But the other question is also, what about Tsunade? Because actually beforehand it was always that the Hokage had to die in order for its successor to come, and that's a bit weird. Like, can Tsunade retreat? Can she say that she doesn't want to be Hokage anymore in favor of another person? I don't know. Maybe she can, maybe she can't. So either she's going to die within the course of the story, or she's gonna say something, because there were these rumors and this weird interview of Masashi Kishimoto of him telling us that Naruto is going to end within this year, and then there were people who said, no, this is wrong, it was translated wrongly, and blah, and it's gonna continue, and here and there. But as the story is progressing right now, I somehow have the feeling that someone wants to bring it to an end. I don't know whether it's the mangaka himself or someone from the publishing company or someone else or blah. I don't know, it's just like the story is so fast-paced at the moment. You, as a reader, you can't really keep up with anything. At least I can't, because everything is like, bam, and here is this piece of information, and these are the names of all the tailed beasts and blah, and you're like, oh my god, they all have names, and you're just trying to memorize some of them, and then it's already not important anymore because other aspects of the story are more important, and then you get all this background info as we've just gotten in the manga, and it's like bam and bash, and that's your responsibility, and that's in your genes, and blah, and I'm completely like, what the heck is going on there? It's like everyone is dead or not dead, or dead and not dead, and this person was revived and here and there, and it's really getting into dimensions I don't really like, if I may say so, and the story has also become really predictable. Like, for the past, I don't know how many chapters, it was like, if you had an implication over several pages, that was exactly what didn't happen. Like, if a character said, I'm ready to die, and I'm gonna leave this world soon, and don't mourn for me, and blah 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 blah, then it was pretty obvious that this person was not going to die. And it's a pity that this happened, because I actually like the story so much, and I don't like the turn it has taken now. It really feels like there's not a lot of effort in it anymore, that someone wants to violently finish it, like, as fast as possible, and that's a pity. I mean, I had the same problem with the anime because it's so filler-filled, and I really hate the Naruto fillers, so I made a habit of just watching the real episodes, and I leave out the fillers, and that works pretty well, so the story stays really interesting and really nice to watch without these weird fillers, which don't even have a real story in Naruto. Like, I like good fillers, but Naruto does not have good fillers. So, yeah, it's really a pity. So, that was that question. Other questions I have for you. How do you see it? I mean, I said a lot now to the story. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you watch the whole anime, including fillers? Do you leave out the fillers too? Who do you think will become Hokage? And don't say Naruto, because that's not a valid answer, because he's the main character. No, just kidding. Just say whatever you want to say. And as the video is nearing its end, I want to mourn for my two Copics, which have died during the process of this picture. It's the E71 I used for the full Curse Sasuke skin and wings, and the red Copic R35 I used for the whole red parts of the Hokage. So they're dead now. The Hokage drawing and coloring is more of my own style. Yeah, like, you can see it's more intricate, the clothes have more folds, and especially if you look at it from a further angle like this one, you can really see a difference between this one and the other characters. And I also want to say something to the background, because I also did the background with Copics. I don't usually do backgrounds with Copics, but this one was a pretty good candidate for doing it. So for the background, I took 3 colors. It was W0, W1, and W2. And I put down W0 as a base color, and I did striking motions with the W1 and put more striking motions of the W2 on top of the W1, if that makes sense. So everything was really nice and wet and had a nice gradient. And that's about it. As I said, let me know in the comments what you think to everything, to the story, to my drawing, etc. And that's all. Bye!